Would you look at that? Hmm. A 10.74 gigabytes out of 2244 gigabytes, which means I can still record almost 30 minutes with. Just wanted to briefly show this real quick. All right, see you. All right, hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett. Got you here. Welcome back, folks, one and all, to Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation. In the last episode, well, we started a whole brand new episode. A whole new map. I didn't really show it off or anything special. I really should be doing that, but I just want to quickly do this. It's kind of odd that I'm calling it one off because even though I have to kind of split this because I really can't put in about an hour or two because it would take and I mean far too long to do that. I would have to take a computer and completely, either stop them and then edit them together or just do it all the way through because at least I know I could record for a lot longer than what I'm doing. And even then, I really wouldn't want to record for that long. I can barely keep up with other people who do that. I can't even keep up with myself doing that. I have to focus on other things. And speaking of new games and whatnot, now I will be doing some of my favorites. I don't have a whole lot of favorite games that I actually have. I mean, I want to say Tales of Destiny is my favorite, but it's not like it's a favorite that I've actually played through and beaten or anything. Um, there are ones that I have that are favorite as well that I have not have gone through but have not beaten too. I would like to go through and finally beat those. Um, but anyway, I actually started going ahead and doing some what do you call it? Recording the actual intro for games. I know it's a little bit late for it, but hey, it's in the right order, so it really actually properly introduces the game. And I went with that. You know what? I'll just put it in the description of the playlist of what it is. I mean, I don't know who reads full playlists. I mean, full descriptions when they're that long. Yeah. I mean, kind of crazy that Command and Conquer, Red Alert Retaliation had all that, and most games don't have all that. Plus, if you want to add a little bit more information, it gets cut off, which makes absolute to no sense. So I don't understand the point of the description. All I can do is kind of maybe split it up in videos or something. Kind of stupid, but I already put enough in there as it is, describing the episode as it is. But basically, yeah, I am focusing primarily on one disc games, including going through my favorites. I'm going to be mixing it up from here time to time. And as far as previews go, I thought, what about Friday? Like kind of like a preview that's a trailer that's on the game itself, what's in it, that shows you what the game's about. Even though you're not really going to be getting 3D cutscenes when you're actually playing the game. For most games, when you're actually playing through it, you will get it, but it's like I don't know how to explain it any further than it will come through, but you have to actually do certain things or whatnot. But anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Forgot that this is a little bit loud. I can't believe the controls are a little bit different, but hey, I'm getting used to this, so it's not easy to do. And still, I have to rely on a computer to watch things most of the time. Otherwise, it makes it hard. I mean, I can record and play games on here. That ain't no big deal. I mean, I really prefer not to, but hey, it is a thing. It's not like I'm gonna get real pissed and go, "Oh, darn it! I can't play. I don't want to play games. I don't want to watch movies on a mobile device. But I'm gonna borrow somebody else's." I really hate borrowing other people's stuff. Honestly, I do. Because then I feel bad because then what if they needed their device? I never know. I'd rather have my own and access to it so that I can have more, fair say over it. Like, yeah, I need it because I'm using the dog now thing. So, I did finally get Destiny started, so that's a thing. And I've got that where we were last when was that still sitting there on that bloody phone. I'm not gonna mess with it. I didn't even remember even making this, but hey, you know what? Yeah. So yeah, because we don't have a secret little island to go to, we're just gonna have to do what we can to just really build up our forces. So yeah, I always pick Ring because it's one of my favorites. Dark color, more like, but it's darker green, like the Power Ranger. I know Power Rangers for kids, but when I looked at it back then, and I thought when I growed up, I was like, nah, there's no way it's just for kids. You got two growing adults or teenagers kissing. One of them's more of an adult than the other, actually, I should say. You're kissing. And she's a dang slut anyway. Sorry to say, but she is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because she's a slut doesn't mean she's a bad person. No, she's just a slut. I mean, really, you're not doing yourself any favors by saying, okay, I'll, no. Now, what you never want to do is put a fire or a flame tower behind a Tesla coil. You never want to do that. And you never want to put it higher to where the Tesla coil can absolutely reach. That's what I was thinking of, and I forgot that part of it. But basically, like what I'm doing here, yeah, the AI on the skirmish maps, yeah, they'll do that. It's nuts. And I refuse to make two of those things. It's silly. The only reason to make two of them is if I actually had to make a separate garage for my other tanks that I don't have with the whatever side I'm on. So we pretty much built up what we can here. And they're supposed to get a spy, but for some reason, whenever you do skirmish mode, it doesn't do it. I'm not even joking. And if you think I am, I mean, take a look at it yourself if you don't believe me. And I'm not trying to do this to spoil the game for you too much. But, I mean, this gives you kind of a little bit into it, but it doesn't really spoil it for you for campaign mode. Campaign mode is a little bit more, it's okay, it's kind of the same kind of strategy. You build, and you gotta survive, and you gotta be able to try and make sure that your whatchamacallit, thing survives, whatever it is you are doing, while you're trying to build up your base as fast as you can. You know, which I'm going to tell you is not an easy task to accomplish when you're in campaign mode. Skirmish mode, you can kind of sort of do a little bit more than you could in campaign mode, but yeah, I mean, like, taking your time. I mean, you can't take forever, but you can take long enough more than you could in there. And I remember one mission. Oh my gosh, it takes almost forever to complete because you actually have to take down one of their tanks before you can even advance. Otherwise, if you don't take it down at the time that you try to take down some of their forces just so you can get certain events going on, just without me spoiling it for you too much. But, it's just a thing. Without basically, that thing will come in there and start doing some damage to you before you can even start taking over, and then it's all game over. Because all you have is the troops you have on hand. And, you're trying to make use of it, and it doesn't fly too well. So, really, you wouldn't be doing yourself any bit of favors by not taking out that tank. And I'll show you what I mean, but we're not going to do that right now. Maybe at some point when I decide to do campaign mode. Which means I have to put myself in the mood of trying to take care of the one mission that is not enjoyable. And I'll tell you what mission that is. That's all Simonton said. You know, and that one there is just a pain. And, but we gotta take out one mission first to advance. So, but either way, that's what it is. How long have we been recording? 12 minutes. So yeah, Tales of Destiny is still on hold, but that doesn't mean I'm not working on it. No, I'm just working on it like as I go along. I'm doing what I can. I didn't go through the whole do like I did at the beginning. Nah, there's no point in that. I could do that at any time. Because that's just the way things go. So yeah, no, and it may seem silly for me to just like bring out new ones when I'm not even going to be doing them. It's not to say that I'm not doing them at all. Like when I'm not going to doing them even if it wasn't right away. It's just it might seem silly, but it'll kind of tie us over. Uh, Say that yeah, I'm still here, I'm still uploading, but I'm still trying to buy myself a little bit more time so that I can get that thing up because it's going to take a while. I mean, that's how far we are in the game of the playthrough itself. I mean, even further than I had originally played all by myself without even recording it. That's as far as even further than I've ever been. Not spoiling anything. So pretty much, Tales of Destiny is going to have to wait as far as recording and uploading and stuff like that goes because I'm still, going to have to take my time on it because I still got a lot of other things I got to do. And I don't intend to be playing games and I'm not going to just like, I don't want to overly do it and just like start doing random playthroughs or something. But I can at least kind of start it off, and get a little bit of videos going if I have to. Just kind of buy a little bit of time. And then when it comes time, I'll fully start releasing those. I want to focus on at least one game at a time, but if I get stuck, then I get stuck. where I can't play them until, or rather, do a playthrough. Oh, we're already getting attacked. Ooh, that's a thing. Oh gosh, they thought they could take us down. We're pretty much heavily defended anyway right now. I mean, oh dang. When it starts getting full, that's when you start doing it. Okay, so I think we lost a truck. I can't be sure. 1, 2. Yeah, we lost a truck. 3. Hold on, I think 1's still out. Nope, we got 4. We got them all. Okay. What is this gonna do? We got so much defense on our side that there's literally nothing they can do. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. I thought I would have enough defense if, whatever. I didn't think I'd have to come all the way down here, but looks like there's a dot here somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and make an airfill because we need to start, revealing the map here. so we know where they are. We almost have an army, but we don't have enough. Matter of fact, so yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, so I mean, it takes like, I mean, I'm not even kidding. It takes almost an hour just to even do one episode. Oh crap. Yeah. Well, they're gonna bring their mammoth tank onto here. Well, they're gonna lose, surely. Turn around, dude. Turn around. I hate that. It gets frozen in here. It makes it so hard. Hell yeah. I'm protected on both sides now. And it looks like they're heavily concentrated on this side. But still, I would not take a chance of it. Always make sure you're heavily protected on both sides if you're like in this kind of predicament. Now, what I'm gonna do with him? Over here. And since they're heavily doing that, I'm gonna heavily make sure I make another Tesla coil. I do have Origo on, which is good, but the bad part of it is because you're fighting up against the AI. When you're getting up to the AI and they start coming after you, yeah. I mean, you can take a little bit of your time, even in campaign mode, but not as much as you can here. Even here, the more you're defended, properly defended, you know, I should say, the more you can take your time, because once you've gotten enough forces up there enough, and then you're able to take them down just like that without them taking down any minute of your base, yeah, you're pretty good. The only thing that you have to worry about is like these little things. Yeah, V2 rocket. They are the worst because they can take out crap. Just like APCs can from a sort of a distance. However, that doesn't say anything against Teslas. Now, that's for APCs though. For these V2 rockets, they can shoot anything down with their missiles, and I'm not kidding. Yeah. I am not kidding. I wouldn't even remotely joke about that. The only thing you can do is basically block them off. And that's another good reason to, if you wanted to, you can make a big ball close enough to the enemy base in case they decide to do something. I mean, like, the reason that they're able to take out stuff is because they can do it from a distance without even being shot down unless you take your forces. And I'm not kidding. Those things are literally that powerful. What makes it even worse is when you have a map and the enemy is got nuclear capability and you cannot defend against that either. especially if it was me against the AI. It's a little unfair, but you know, it does kind of take down their defenses a little bit. I would difference between me and them though. I don't overly do it though. I do it enough that because and that is the fact that because I can't anyway, even if I wanted to, which I don't. But if I did, let's just say for argument, it's like I couldn't because it takes too long. By the time that they use nukes, it doesn't take that long. And I'm not even joking. And I know I say that a lot, but I mean now because I'm serious. Thinking about how gruesome that one map was. Oh my god. You think I'm terrible when it comes to using those. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm gonna go ahead and put one there behind there. Now, as far as V2 rockets are concerned, unlike these soldiers and the missile soldiers, they are nothing compared to V2 rockets. Once they start doing that, you're done for. There's also, I think there's ones that you can shoot cannons with. I'm not sure, but I think they can get pretty much where they can't be shot down unless you take them on. And the only way to do that is through, using your tanks and stuff. Not all you can do. And there is a limit of how many troops you can have on screen. They don't tell you, but it does limit you eventually. Believe me, I have been there. In other words, even if, unless I take out these guys and sacrifice them at some point or whatever, it's not going to make a bit of a difference. Now, once you get your base heavily defended, you'll want to definitely keep some tanks and soldiers back anyway. You can take soldiers with you if you wanted to, but I don't. I'm not saying I never have, because that would be a lie. But mainly, the whole idea is to have tanks and just leave your troops behind and do what you got to do to keep your base defended in case they're able to do something to your base while you are out about trying to take out their base or taking it out or somebody else and someone else is coming after you. That's the whole thing. So that's what we're missing. I want to keep enough troops around, but I want to take them out. So I don't know. Now, generally, when you do this, you wouldn't have what I have. Or if you can, get infinite power. It helps out more than you realize. Trust me, it's far more effective in stronger places. I mean, you don't really need it for like once you pretty much build up your base and stuff. but you want to make sure you have enough advanced power plants just in case. That's what happens when the screen gets cold. Yeah, because screens do tend to do that. But anyway, so yeah, if you ever find yourself that you just want to have enough power to last a while, and you don't want to keep building these advanced power plants because they limit you on how much you can build as well. And like, especially when they start asking for silos needed, and that's when they'll and you'll be like, I can't make any more silos, or I can't make any at all because, well, you got advanced power plants. And we should have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need one more. Actually, 2 more would be suffice. Because that way I can play without having to worry, too much about it. Because, you want to make sure that at least your Tesla coils are online. Your flamethrowers are going to be, yeah. And I would just sell that one flamethrower thing, but then the troops would get stuck. So then I have to sell off the one deal, and I'm not going to do all that. Let's see how far I can get. I bet some of the troops are sitting in the middle, because there is a middle area we have yet to go to. So we have to plant this. The enemy would have to do this too in order to even get remotely to us. If they are where I think they are. To bring over their tanks to get to us, basically. Plus, if you have enough infinite power to start out with, or not infinite power, but infinite funds, it's not really infinite. It'll go down. But once you start selling and then a little bit and then bring it back, you can do that. And then all of a sudden, you take it back off there. Yeah, you should be able to survive. At least long enough that you can defend yourself enough to survive even better. In any situation given. But, chances are I probably should not be wasting my time doing, stuff like that. There we go. Now what we want to do is we want to take and make another Tesla coil because they're going to probably attack that. If they start using helicopters, stuff like that, we're going to want to take them. We're going to want to build some SAM sites. But until they do, we have no need to build anything like that. And the further you build, the more you want to move your stuff up anyway. I would definitely leave the mammoth tanks around because they're going to be the ones that'll protect you. They can shoot down planes like this stuff that comes down and stuff, or troops that decide to land in your area. That way, in case they decide to attack, we'll be ready. I'm just taking a few troops up there. I've still got enough troops defending my base. And, once I build this last build advice here, I'm going to end it. To be honest with you, I don't even know how many AIs we actually even have. So, really, one, two, three, four. Okay, so I need one more of those. I believe I distinctly remember saying that. Okay.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Construction complete. Affirmative.
There we go. Okay. So, yeah, in the next episode, we'll finish doing this. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I kind of doubt it. We'll be done in one shot, but we'll finish probably doing what we can for preparations and to try to head out and do whatever we can because we gotta wait for the airplane to get set up. I'm gonna start using nukes too to kind of decimate the defenses. It depends on how far they built. If they build enough that I gotta worry about it, yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's only taking out their defenses. I'm not really trying to wipe out their troops, but their tanks. I hate to do that too, but hey, it is what it is. They got too many of them. Yeah, yeah, and especially if they decide to build because they always, well, not decide, they always do it anyway. So I might as well because they have two barracks and two war factories. You would think it would be called a tank factory or whatever, right? Or vehicle. Anyway, all right. Well, we'll see you later in the next episode. Until then, I'll see you next time. Later.